gather information, but there's no revelation, so there's no transformation. So that means we go to church every Sunday and we get all this great information, but there's no revelation for the information, so there's no transformation. It's like saying, I want to make Kool-Aid, but I got water, but I don't know where to put the Kool-Aid at. So unless you put the Kool-Aid in the water bottle, then there's no transformation of the water. So all you got is water and a pack of Kool-Aid. But the revelation is take the Kool-Aid powder and stick it in the water, shake it up, and then it becomes transformation. So we're at the valley, right? Stay with me in the valley. Psalms 23:4 talks about this valley. Let's read on the screen. Even when I go through the darkest valley, now stop. Even when now once you put your name, even when Tyus, even when International Christian Center, even when Rock City, even when Triumphant Christian Center, even when Rhema Christian Center, even when Maceo, even when Rhonda, go through the darkest valley, I will fear no danger, for you are with me, and your rod and your staff, now this mountain experience will have valleys. And you and I will go through a valley. And sometimes it's dark. So he give you a rod and a staff to be able to say, oh, okay, not right there. Not right there. But he's guiding your hand because he's your comfort. The valley is not your comfort. To rise above is lowest part of the mountain, the foot. In Exodus 19:17, let's see what God tells Moses at the foot. Then Moses spoke, brought the people out of the camp to meet God, and they stood at the foot of the mountain. Sometimes God want to get you to the foot of the mountain to get your foot out his way. So at the foot of the mountain, you're sitting still and you're listening to God at the foot of the mountain. You're not listening for nobody else. You don't really care if somebody else says something. All you know that at the foot of the mountain, I can hear God clearly. And sometimes you need to stay at the foot a little longer before you go talking. Because you put your foot. Then we have this thing called the top. The topmost part of the mountain, often steep, is covered with snow. It's called the top of the mountain. And in Exodus 19:20 it said, the Lord came down on Mount Sinai at the top of the mountain, the top of the mountain. Then the Lord summoned Moses to where? The top of the mountain. And Moses did what? He went up. All right, so he had to go up, top of the mountain. He had to go past the slopes, the danger of the slopes. All right, he's at the top. It's cold up here. It's all the way up here. Nobody's up here but God and you. At the top of the mountain. It's cold up here. I can feel the air conditioner on up here. The heat, there's no heat up here. It's isolated, insulated, and cold. And right at the top, you know what God started telling Moses? Moses, I'm going to tell you the strategy for the success of the people below you. You're trying to get a strategy from the valley, you only get strategy from the mountaintop. And at the mountaintop, you only stay long enough to get the strategy because the strategy is never for you, it's for the people that God wants to send you to. You see, in our culture, when they climb mountains, they climb it to get gold medals for themselves. When we climb the mountain, we climb the mountain to get information for others. You see the difference? When the world climbs the mountain, they climb them to get a gold medal to say, look what I've done. When we climb them and get the information to come back down and give it to other people so they can have the gold with us.